Well, good evening and welcome into the Bank of Colorado Event Center and welcome into a Tuesday night of Northeastern Junior College basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm Ben Black, very glad you've joined me for this evening's contest as the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen set to take on the Eastern Wyoming Lancers. The men's game will follow on this Tuesday night doubleheader. Pre-game show is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Stop by one of their 10 locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. Plainsmen come into tonight's game 2-10 on the season. Eastern Wyoming 5-6. Both clubs have dealt with a lot of players not being healthy. In fact, coming into this evening's contest, NJC has 4 scratches on their roster. Eastern Wyoming has a pair of scratches on their roster not playing tonight. 2 of NJC's scratches are volleyball players who are still not fully into the basketball mode yet. Probably won't see either Becca Wiersma or Natalie Moore until after Christmas break. Plains have been coming off a weekend where they lost both games at College of Southern Idaho over the Thanksgiving holiday. First one against CSI, they lost by 30 points. That's a really good nationally ranked Eagles squad. Plainsmen got down early, and I thought once they got their footing underneath them, they looked a little bit better. The disappointing one was the loss to Treasure Valley on Saturday. The Northeastern Plainsmen led that game by as many as 17 points in the first half, and then they got sucked into a three-point shooting contest. They took 39 threes in that ball game against Treasure Valley and lost it by 10. And look, I get taking as many threes as they did against CSI because the Plainsmen were down by 20 early in that game. You got to shoot threes to get back. They were in the game the entire time against Treasure Valley, and now I've not talked to either coach about it. And it's been well documented that I don't like the jack-up threes mentality in basketball, but I really think the coaches will be disappointed in the shot selection in that one as well, because this is not a bad NJC team. They've got 3 really good offensive options in Leahy, Peterson, and Garcia Gasco, all averaging 12 or more points a game. Garcia Gasco's averaging a double-double. You get good rebounds from your bigs as well. But with the size and length as this NJC team has, they really have not utilized their size and length this season. They pass the ball really well. In fact, 8 of the team's 12 games this year, they have a 50% or better assisted made bucket ratio. So distributing the ball has not been the team's problem. It's truly the shot selection, moreover, that leads to bad defensive situations. Meanwhile, for Eastern Wyoming, they got a couple really good offensive options in Paredes, and Vuksevich for Coach Tim Larson. The big thing for them, though, is they wreak havoc this year. They have 4 players with 2 or more steals a game and average 13 steals a game, does Eastern Wyoming. Tim Larson coaches guards really, really well. He's got players that can get out and really get on the ball handlers, and I really think that's our key to the contest today. Brought to you by Channel Seed. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers rise to the challenge. Contact Advanced Agri Solutions, Mike Anderson or Mike Hettinger, or visit channel.com/rise. The key to the contest is the guard play, the distribution for NJC. Now, I know other players get assists. In fact, post setting up guards is one of the hallmarks of NJC's offense. But the distribution aspect of the guards and handling the pressure for Eastern Wyoming is going to be the key in this contest, especially because NJC, 2 of the players that are scratched are both guard players in Caitlin Kyle and Yali Benarouche. Ball handlers, potentially, that really puts a lot of pressure on somebody like Megan Drews, Carly Beck, who missed the last game at home because of illness. You've got a lot more pressure on those ball handlers that don't necessarily have the same amount of depth with the injuries in that regard, and the players that are scratched. So that's, I really think, the key to the contest. NJC and Eastern Wyoming have already played once this year. Eastern Wyoming won back on the 21st of November, 60-59. Leahy had 14 points for NJC, Tripp 14 for EWC, but it was the steals late in the ball game that ultimately gave the victory to Eastern Wyoming at their home court. Second of 3 meetings as these 2 teams will play again in January back up in Torrington We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will get you ready for Northeastern Plainswomen basketball. It's a Tuesday night doubleheader, NJC, EWC. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center on the campus of Northeastern Junior College as we head toward tip-off for the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen and Eastern Wyoming Lancers. Front end of a doubleheader here on this Tuesday night, and it is the Beef Boosters hamburger feed as well. So come on down, get yourself a burger, enjoy some basketball. And we got the broadcast for you for both games tonight on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It's 46 degrees outside. Bailey Mechanical wants to make sure that your house is the right temperature. Bailey Mechanical has you taken care of. Your local Lennox dealer will fix your heater when it's not working right. Call 970-522-0471. The 2-10 Northeastern Plainswomen, but the record may be a little bit deceptive because this Plainswomen basketball team has played a lot of really good competition early in this season. Mentioned CSI that they played early in the season and or played this last weekend. The Northeastern Plainswomen definitely have tested themselves and really like the tough schedule. I'm liking to see how this team can grow as we come into this one. Men are the same way. At halftime of this one, we'll talk with head coach Eddie Trinkle from the Northeastern Junior College Plains men. And for our women's fans, stick around for the men's game because we'll talk with either Bronson Moton or assistant coach Gabe Wiest at halftime of the men's game. So plenty of reason to stick around and enjoy a great Tuesday night of basketball. Let's head to the public address announce system to get this evening underway.
Good evening and welcome to the Bank of Colorado Event Center for tonight's NJCAA basketball contest between the visiting Eastern Wyoming Lancers and your Northeastern Plains women. Before we meet the starters for this contest, we ask that everyone please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First for the visiting Eastern Wyoming Lancers. Wearing number 0, a sophomore, Leamsi Acuna. Wearing number 11, a freshman, Lucy DeVoy. Wearing number 15, a sophomore, Nikolina Vukasevich. Wearing number 20, a sophomore, Aaliyah Tripp. And wearing number 21, a freshman, Yaiza Paredes. Eastern Wyoming is coached by Tim Larson.
Heart of a lion, fire inside me blaze like a siren. Why would you try it? Wake up the beast, no, I can't keep silent. I put my time in, now it's my time, your time is expiring. Blood, sweat, and tears, I conquered my fears, I'm ready to fly now. We know they scared of us, no, they don't care for us. They wasn't there for us, up in them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the benches, yeah. Cool intentions, yeah. I see my goal and get cold into sin, but when counting my sins, I don't have no friends, I came here to win. My start is your end, now let it begin now.
And now, let's meet the starters for your Northeastern Plains women. She's a 5'6" sophomore from Brighton, Colorado, wearing number 2, Megan Drews. She's a 5'10" sophomore from Australia, wearing number 3, Bella Peterson. She's a 6-foot sophomore from Colorado Springs, Colorado, wearing number 10, Abby Leahy. A 5'9" sophomore from Greeley, Colorado, wearing number 15, Carly Beck. And a 6'1" freshman from Spain, wearing number 21, Daniela Garcia Gasco. The Northeastern Plainswomen are coached by Brunson Moton. Let's play ball!
Plainswomen in the white uniforms, gray and gold letters and numbers. Eastern Wyoming in the black uniforms, gold letters and numbers. Plainswomen going from right to left win the opening tip, and they will have the first possession of the first quarter. Brought to you by Sterling Health Foods, natural and effective supplements. We'll make sure that you are taken care of when it comes to your health. Stop by south of Sterling on Highway 6. Far side three up and no good for the Plainswomen. First take of the game comes from Garcia Gasco. Rebound is ripped down for EWC by Eliza Paredes. Paredes tries to run the floor, and the ball tipped out of bounds by NJC and into the half court. Eastern Wyoming will bring their offense 30 seconds into the first quarter. Drive down the heart of the lane, scoop off the window, up and in. Lamsi Acuna will get the first points of the ball game. Eastern Wyoming leads 2-0, and the Plainswomen will bring it into the front court and set the offense up with Bella Peterson. Peterson drops it to Garcia Gasco. Cutter in the lane, up off the window, high on the glass. Shot doesn't go for Carly Beck. Rebound caroms out of bounds off of Eastern Wyoming. So NJC will inbound with 9:12 to go in the first quarter, down 2-0, and it's actually on the sideline. So deep corner inbound on the near side from Megan Drews. Bad entry pass for Leahy as she threw it directly into the hands of Vukasevich. Vukasevich will push the floor, and a blocking foul in transition. And that's the kind of issue that NJC has, as Leahy coughed the ball up, passing it directly to EWC, got hung out to dry on that fast break, ended up committing the foul, the first of the game. DeVoy near the top of the key, looking to work the ball in, and the ball thrown out of bounds on the far side. So each side with a turnover on their second possession of the game. After NJC collected a team offensive rebound. Ball be walked into the front court by Beck. Leahy and Beck on the near side. Drews coming in, and she'll run point near the top of the key. Megan spinning, looking to drive, loses the ball. It's picked up by Garcia Gasco. Garcia Gasco near corner. Drews three, up, back iron, doesn't go. Fight for the offensive rebound. Leahy goes once again, and the Plainswomen will extend the possession. Down 2-0, 90 seconds into the first quarter. Leahy driving, stopping, dropping, near corner into the hand of Drews. Drews on the bounce, floater in the lane, off to Garcia Gasco, up and in. Good distribution for the Northeastern Plainswomen. As Megan Drews drove and sucked the defense with her, dropped it off. We're tied at 2, 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Eastern Wyoming will walk it up with Acuna running point. Pass around to the near side to Aaliyah Tripp, who was the leading scorer the first time these two teams played. Long three up, no good. Peterson cannot contain the rebound. Vukasevich missed the three, and the extended possession on the misplayed rebound for the Plainswomen. Allow the inbound near the Northeastern bench from Eastern Wyoming. Acuna, top of the key, looking to drive left side, gets her pocket pick. Nifty little steal there by Carly Beck. And Acuna, who gave up the turnover, got her pocket picked and commits the foul. And NJC will take it back for their fourth possession in this first quarter. Ball be run up by Leahy. Leahy trying to thread the needle, succeeds in finding Carly Beck, who's denied the entry. Garcia Gasco back out up top. She feigns the handoff, drives and kicks near side for Bella. Bella, little runner up lane, rolls rim and drops in. Bella Peterson, the Aussie, drops it down, and the Plainswomen have scored on back-to-back possessions. They lead 4-2. Top of the key, Paredes with it for Eastern Wyoming. She'll work it around onto the far side to DeVoy. DeVoy pull back, foot on the line, 2. Ties the ball game up at 4. She tried to step back into the corner, 3 minutes in. Peterson will run it up the floor. Leahy with it around on the near side. Leahy on the bounce, slams on the brakes, shovels it back out to Garcia Gasco. Garcia Gasco dumps it down into the near corner. Leahy chucks up a three. It doesn't go. Rebound is pulled down by Acuna on the backside. Quick toss up the floor. Eastern Wyoming run. NJC gets back in transition defense. Little shot put off the back iron. No good from DeVoy. Tipped offensive rebound. Tripp jacks a three. It doesn't go. And the rebound picked up by Leahy. Abby will quickly run for the Plainswomen. Little crossover dump into the lane for a cutter in Beck. Back out to Leahy. She pops it, won't drop it. Beck comes up with the offensive rebound and throws it away, trying to push it over to the far side. Plainswomen get an offensive rebound and turn it over. That's 3 offensive rebounds, 2 of which have directly resulted in turnovers. Tied at 4, 6:13 to go first quarter between NJC and EWC. Leahy back down in the lane, little step turn away for Paredes, and she'll tickle the twine. Lead over to EWC at 6-4. Leahy and Peterson will bring it past half, and Peterson will run point for the Northeastern. Plainswoman drives right side of the lane. Fouled as she goes up for the shot. Vukasevic, the Montenegrin sophomore, got beat to the point on the mid-block far side. Foul was on the floor. Second team foul. No, it was in the act of shooting. It was the second team foul on EWC, though, and Peterson to the line. Plainswomen as a team are shooting 65% from the free throw line this season. Only averaging about 13 free throws attempted a game as Bella knocks in the first. Part of the issue with that minimal number of free throws attempted is because you spend most of your time 18 and more feet out. Attack the hoop, get to the line. Plainswomen did, and both converted for Peterson to tie us at 6. 5:51 to go first quarter. Plainswomen will unfurl a trap, a little 2-1-2. That's a nuisance look that EWC I don't think was anticipating based on how they broke it. Acuna past half. She'll now run point. Will the sophomore from Tucson, Arizona. Entry pass in, kickoff near side. Vukasevic from downtown knocks it down. Good inside out, and Paredes gets the assist. 9-6 Eastern Wyoming. 5:22 to go in the first quarter. Peterson will hand it off to Garcia Gasco. She'll shovel it over far side. Drews looking to drive. Cuts it back out up top for Garcia Gasco. Bounces it off her foot, hits the deck, ends up with a turnover, but then a throwaway. Peterson pops a 3 after Leahy comes up with a steal. And the rebound is contained by Acuna, who then tries to run, and Peterson jumps it and tips it out of bounds. It's a media timeout with 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Eastern Wyoming leads Northeastern 9-6. It's the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Rocky start for the Plainswomen as they trail 9-6 halfway through quarter number 1. We welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Bank of Colorado believes in keeping banking simple. Apply for the dream home you need. Fully online, bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC. Sub for the Northeastern Plainswomen as Anissa Turner will come in on the media timeout. That is the only change. 3 near the top of the key. Peterson blocks the DeVoy take. Offensive rebound is contained by the Lancers and then turned over by Acuna. Peterson with a block and a steal on that possession. Quick run of the floor, back in transition. Good look 3, up no good. Rebound can't be pulled down. NJC's 0 of 5 from beyond the arc right now. That's the first 3 I don't mind because you drove in and kicked out and had a wide open look at the hoop. Turner on the front side of the pressure. Eastern Wyoming will break it. 3-on-2 quickly up the floor. Good recovery defensively, but Beck couldn't contest long enough for Vukasevic. Vukasevic knocks it down. It's a 5-point lead, our first multi-possession lead of the ball game. Quickly running into the front court of the Plainswomen, down 11-6, near side 3, up, kisses iron, doesn't go for the Plainswomen. Quick run on the long rebound. DeVoy will spearhead it in transition. Acuna pops it. Acuna drops it. Good give up by Vukasevic to get Acuna to knock one down. Lead is now out to 8 for Eastern Wyoming at 14-6. It's actually a 10-0 run for the Lady Lancers over the last 3.5 minutes of the game. Abby Leahy with it far side. She drives in the lane, attacked, and got sandwiched. Foul will be on Giza Paredes. For subs for Eastern Wyoming come in here, it'll be Ria Segar, a freshman from England, and Ariadna Martinez, the freshman from Spain. Third foul, it was deemed on the floor, so fresh 20 for NJC, who will inbound to the left of the hoop. Peterson off the inbound. She'll drive in the lane, up off the window, scoops it up and in. Bella Peterson has 6 points. Good drive and attack ends the 10-0 run for EWC. Lancers will run it into the front court near side with Acuna. Acuna enters it in, and Peterson gets another block, altering Paredes' shot. Weak side rebound down by Turner. Quick run up the far side of the floor for the Plainsmen. Garcia Gasco drives in, kicks off to Peterson, who launches it, kisses the back iron, and caroms out of bounds. Got to feed the hot hand, and that's Bella Peterson right now. 6 points, 2 blocks, a steal, but want to try and get her to the hoop, and they have not succeeded in doing so just yet. Eastern Wyoming up 14-8 with 2:50 to go first quarter. Far side, Segar. Back out off the drop. Kick three, up no good. Beck with the rebound. It's swatted out of her hands and out of bounds, so it'll be Northeastern basketball. This will really be the first opportunity that Eastern Wyoming has to try and unfurl some pressure. Talked about on the pregame show, them wrecking some havoc with 13 steals a game. Plainsmen break it nicely. 2 passes up the near side, and Leahy draws contact. Foul will be on Ariadna Martinez, the 6-foot freshman from Spain. And Leahy will go to the free throw line. And miss the first one. Abby's shooting form is not traditional. Comes from a weird angle, but it works, so why try and fix it? She can't make either there as Segar will run it up the floor for Eastern Wyoming. On the near side, Paredes. We get a foul on the floor as Paredes tried to drive into the lane. Foul will be on Anissa Turner, the Plainsman freshman. With 2:22 to go in quarter number 1. Inbound to the left of the hoop baseline for Segar. Segar out up front, stolen away by Anissa Turner. She'll run up the floor one-on-one to the hoop, comes up short. Beck down with the offensive rebound. Kick it around. Turner, who got the steal, will drive in the lane, put her second one up. It rattles and does not go. Beck fighting for the rebound, but Tripp comes up with it. So it was 2 great looks there for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Couldn't do anything with it, though. They remain down 14-8, 1:56 to go in the first quarter. Far side 2 up, no good. Garcia Gasco comes down with the rebound on the missed shot. Quick run up the near side for the Plainsmen. Open 3, near side. Bella ringing it from downtown. She has 9 points. Finally get the first one to draw from long range. Do the Plainsmen give the assist to Abby Leahy. 14-11, 90 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Steal across the top of the key. Garcia Gasco then gets it stolen right back after she picked the pocket of Paredes. And then Paredes threw it away on the near side. So 3 turnovers in a span of about 5 seconds. Sub in for the Eastern Wyoming Lady Lancers. It'll be Bowden Lilhidal. She was the libero during volleyball season for the Lady Lancers who qualify for nationals. The sophomore from Cheyenne. Garcia Gasco, top of the key for Anissa Turner. She'll swing it around near side for Garcia Gasco, and then Leahy near up top. Works across the screen, but doesn't get the contact on the screen. Leahy now trapped on the backside of that defense. Spin in the lane with 4 on the shot clock. Ball bounced out. Anissa Turner in the lane. Can't get the shot off in time. Plainsman with the shot clock violation come up empty. 5th turnover of the game. Just the 3rd empty possession, though, without a shot in this opening quarter. Ball be run into the front court for the Lady Lancers as Lucy DuBois returns back onto the floor. Lillodahl on the near side. And then Ariadna Martinez out up top. Cigar running point. Resets around near side. Little shot up, no good from Buliotis. Offensive rebound pulled down by the sophomore from England. Far side 3 too strong from DuBois, the freshman from Ireland. And Garcia Gasco down with the rebound. 10 seconds to go first quarter. Plainsman can have the final shot. Leahy past half. On the left wing with 5 to go. Shovels it off to Peterson. Bella puts it up. Back iron doesn't go. And that is the end of quarter number 1. Northeastern trails Eastern Wyoming 14-11 after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter next. You're listening to Plainsman Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center after 1 quarter of play, the Northeastern Plainsmen trail Eastern Wyoming 14-11. Our second quarter brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center, Sydney, Nebraska. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Online, SydneyRMC.com. Both teams have wreaked some havoc in this first quarter, but for NJC, a team that averages 8 steals a game, they had 5 in quarter number 1. Different commitment to defense than we've seen throughout much of this season as they continue to harass as Lillodahl tries to run the offense to start quarter number 2, forced to give the ball up to DuBois, and then DuBois rockets it out of bounds trying to back it back out. So NJC gets a stop on the opening possession of quarter number 2, and the ball be walked into the front court by Abby Lee for Northeastern. Leahy driving off the left wing. She'll drop it into the mid-block for Garcia Gasco. Hannah Zink on to begin quarter number 2. Out to Zink. Far corner 3. It rips iron, doesn't go. Leahy tips the rebound, but Lillodahl comes up with it. Plainsman will back up defensively and try and deny that quick transition for Eastern Wyoming. Peterson banging in the lane. 2 muscled up over the rim and tumbles in for Ariadna Martinez. Nice entry pass off the near side by Buliotis to get the assist. 16-11 Eastern Wyoming, 5-point lead for them. Quickly into the front court, Bella Peterson with it. She drives, bounces it off her knee and out of bounds. Plainsmen are led by Bella Peterson with 9 points. Eastern Wyoming has a couple with 5, Lancia Acuna and Nikolina Vucevic. Minute into quarter number 2. Rhea Cigar with it on the left wing will set the offense up. Buliotis out far side, long 2 up, no good. Kisses iron. Martinez down with the offensive rebound. Long range. Lillodahl knocks it in. So nice inside out kick essentially off an offensive rebound from the initial miss. Plainsmen run it into the front court. Megan Drews back at the table. As Peterson drives in. Little floater from the free throw line. Tickles Twine. First player in the game to double figures with 11 is the sophomore from Australia. NJC trails 19-13. 3 from downtown makes it 22-13. As it was knocked down in transition by Buliotis. So NJC facing their largest deficit of the game. 2 minutes into quarter number 2, 22-13. Leahy with it, top of the key. She drives left side of the lane, draws contact as she drives in. Having spent the last decade and a half here in this region, very familiar with the gentlemen that are officiating tonight. They are going to call that drive contact. The Plainsmen have recognized that early on here and started to attack the hoop. Plainsmen brought Megan Drews in. Carly Beck sits for the first time tonight as Hannah Zink will chase down the inbound pass. Lee at the 10-foot line on the volleyball court, drives to her left, down near corner for Drews. Peterson and Drews not very good spacing. 5 on the shot clock. Peterson flies in the lane, floater, free throw line, back iron doesn't go. Zink down, offensive rebound. Hannah gets the putback to go up and in. Create that second chance opportunity. Nose for the basketball. That's Hannah Zink's game. Plainsmen down 22-15. As Lilladal will set the offense up, dribbling across a couple screens. Shovels to the second screener in Ariadna Martinez, but she doesn't have the drop in. Off for Buliotis, and Buliotis will knock it down. All 5 of her points in this quarter. Lead back up to 9 for Eastern Wyoming at 24-15. Bella Peterson will run it into the front court for the Plainsmen. Right side of the lane, off window, doesn't go. Long rebound, ends up in the hands of Megan Drews. Plainsmen will give it back to Drews, left wing 3. She rips iron, it doesn't go. Rebound out off of DuBois' corral attempt for Eastern Wyoming. And the Lancers will bring Vukasevic onto the floor, replacing Ariadna Martinez. 24-15, 6:46 to go in the first half. Zink in the lane, turn 2, up, off, iron, doesn't go, gets her own rebound, shovels to Drews, shot put doesn't drop in, and Liljadal comes down with the rebound. So Plainsmen multiple looks on the possession, couldn't do anything with it. In transition, Lancers miss a shot from Sager, but the Vukasevic offensive rebound put back up and in. She has 7, and the lead is 11 for Eastern Wyoming, as they've outscored NJC 12-4 in this quarter. Whistle as the Plainsmen run the floor. Bowden Lilladal in the lane. Oh, pardon me, it was 15, not Lilladal. That was Vukasevic, and her second. Free throws for Daniela Garcia-Gasco for the Plainswomen. Garcia-Gasco can't get the first one to go in. Second opportunity. It doesn't go either. NJC's missed their last 4 at the free throw line. DuBois comes down with her 4th rebound of the game for Eastern Wyoming. Lilladal in transition, shot won't go. Offensive rebound, Vukasevic put back up, hoop and harm. Daniela Garcia-Gasco will have her first foul. Plainsman's first foul whistled in quarter number 2, but getting sorely outplayed in this second quarter. And one free throw up and in. That's first free throw of the game for Eastern Wyoming, who's a 70% shooting team. They lead by 14, 29-15. Megan Drews, far corner for the Plainsmen, out to Garcia-Gasco. She'll pop it, won't drop it. Long rebound. Drews comes up with the offensive board. In the lane, her 2 up, won't drop in. Lilladal comes down with the rebound. Long toss in transition up the near side. Aaliyah Tripp will trail out up top. 3 doesn't go from Buliotis, and Hannah Zink comes up with her 3rd rebound. Leahy will run the floor for the Plainsmen. 5.5 to go. If you can get yourself a couple buckets before that media timeout, feel a little bit better about the start to this quarter. There's one. drive off the left wing, baseline. Leahy knocks it in for her first points of the night. Plainsman down 29-17. Juliotis, left side of the lane for Eastern Wyoming, threw a magical shot up that went in, contact and one. Eastern Wyoming shot 6 of 14 in the first quarter. They're 6 of 8 in the second quarter now. And Juliotis will have the and one that does not go. Garcia Gasco down with the rebound. 31-17. Plainsman run it into the front court. Zink to Garcia Gasco right to the rack. Goes the freshman from Spain. She knocks it in. Nice give and go there. Two-man game. And JC within 12. Next dead ball to the media timeout. Into the lane. Vuksevich turns 2 up. No good. Megan Drews comes down with the rebound. She'll sprint it into the front court. Drews to Garcia Gasco in the lane. Kick out to Zink. Pops it. Doesn't drop it. Offensive rebound snuck in for the Northeastern Plainswomen and picked up by Xenia Thorman. Top of the key, Leahy. 10 on the shot clock. Off to Drews on the Bank of Colorado sign in front of the EWC bench. Whips it into the lane. Daniela Garcia Gasco to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Plainswomen back within 10, 31-21, 4:10 to go in the first half. Running the floor, Vuliotis. She'll spin. She'll kick. Far corner, DeBoy. Foot on the sideline, and that'll take us to the media timeout. Plainswomen down 10. They were down by 14. Good little close over the last minute and a half. See if they can't carry that momentum to the final 4:02 of the first half on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Wyoming has shot 6 of 10 so far in quarter number 2. Plainswomen have shot 4 of 12 as we welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Plainswomen down 31-21. Van Wyck Insurance has insurance from over 60 lines. They'll help you find the right one to fit your budget. Stop in and see them today at 508 West Main Street in Sterling. It was 6 of the first 7, though. Last 3 shots have been missed for Eastern Wyoming. NJC trying to carry the momentum out of the media timeout with 3:50 to go. Swing around to Leahy, near side 3, comes up short. Couldn't chase her rebound down as Paredes comes down with the board for the EWC Lady Lancers. They run the floor. Attacking the rack is Aaliyah Tripp. The foul whistled for the Northeastern Plainswomen on Megan Drews in transition. Team's 3rd foul of the quarter. Hannah Zink will take a seat. Good minutes from her. Bella Peterson back on. Plainswomen's leading scorer this evening. First free throws up and in for Aaliyah Tripp. Peterson got that little breather. Plainswomen found offense from other players, most notably Daniela Garcia Gasco. The free throws in for Tripp, her first points of the night. 33-21 EWC with 3:40 to go before half. Be down by 6 at half. I'll consider this last little close a good stretch for the Plainswomen. Out. Thorman, 3. Back iron. Doesn't go in. Rebound pulled down by Tripp. Xenia got back on defense after missing the 3. Prevented the transition. Plainswomen caught pace and forced EWC into the half court. Lilladal. Off to Acuna. Steps out to half court and resets with 3:10 to go. Try to give in the lane. Pass too high. as Vuksevich tried to find Veliotis. The ball off the hands of Veliotis and out on another EWC turnover. Xenia Thorman will run the floor for the Plainsmen. She'll drive and shovel off. Peterson far side three, way short. Easy rebound for Aaliyah Tripp, but she's trapped in the far corner. Nearly coughs it up. Good jump defensively, but then in transition, the Plainsmen hung Daniela Garcia-Gasco out to dry. Step through layup up and in. Vuksevich is in double figures now with a dozen, and a turnover for NJC as the Plainsmen tried to run. They're down 35-21 with 2:40 to go before halftime. Ball be walked up the floor by the returning Liamsi Acuna, who started the game at point guard. Acuna to Vuksevich, pops it and drops it. Lead is 17. Somebody might want to defend her. I mean, I'm not a basketball coach, but she's 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 from downtown, and the Plainsmen are down 17. Xenia Thorman on the far side, tosses it out up top, then gets it back. She pulls up from 15 and rattles it in. The freshman from Denmark with her first points of the night. Plainsmen down 38-23. Lancers will run it into the front court. Paredes trying to drive in. She shovels it off. Megan Drews jumps on it on the floor and will use a timeout. You have the use it or lose it timeout in the first half. Good job keeping that possession. You get a help ball, the arrow goes to EWC. I don't know that she was aware of that, but I think it was just a smart move there to try and give you something, anything that you can hang your hat on right now, because it has been a rocky quarter number 2. Carpet Comfort Center has elegant flooring for every step of your life. Stop by in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center and make your home more comfortable with Carpet Comfort Center. At halftime, we'll talk with Plains men basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle. His team will take on Eastern Wyoming in the second half of this Tuesday night doubleheader. He's always good for a breakdown or two of the game. Plainsmen, poor inbound pass. Leahy got trapped, couldn't hang on to the ball, coughed it up. Then EWC put a shot up that didn't go. The Plainsmen will finally sprint past half. Daniela Garcia-Gasco with a baseball pass across, near side. Peterson up, doesn't draw iron, and the rebound falls right into the hands of Vuksevich. Quick run up the floor for the Lancers from Acuna, near side three, long rebound, and Leahy will let it carry him out of bounds. Really haven't seen Eastern Wyoming wreak the havoc I anticipated them wreck. NJC has had their turnovers, but not a ton of steals for Eastern Wyoming. NJC's been the one that has been wrecking havoc there, but now you're starting to see a little more on-ball pressure in the half court. Guys, Paredes trying to defend Leahy, picks up her second, so she'll have to sit for DeVoy. Vuksevich is sitting with 2. Paredes is now sitting with 2. 59.5 seconds to go in the first half. Inbound pass. Drews will get it back after inbounding it. Xenia Thorman, she's fouled. That's the 4th team foul as Thorman's knocked to the deck. That'll be on Aaliyah Tripp. That's her first. Inbound pass to Xenia Thorman. Xenia off to Bella Peterson, who's just 1 for 5 from the floor in this quarter. 9 on the shot clock. Garcia-Gasco muscles it off the window, too strong. DeVoy comes down with the rebound. Acuna will trot it into the front court on the far side. 10-second differential, shot clock, game clock. Plainsmen will have the final possession if they so choose. Little floater off the window. Up and in for the EWC Lady Lancers, makes it 40-23. Vuksevich with another in this first half. She has 17. Leahy backs out at half court, looking to drive in the lane, and she's fouled. I know it's tough because Eastern Wyoming is fighting under everything defensively. They're not letting that penetration happen. But you've got to find a way like Leahy did there to attack. Something I'd like to see. It's going to set up their three-pointers. I mean, they're not great from downtown in this game, but that's because most of them have not been good looks, not been the right looks within this offense. Leahy knocks down the first free throw, and you just picked up foul 2 on Acuna, so that's 3 players at halftime now that have 2 fouls for the EWC Lady Lancers. Leahy gets both points. Lancers will inbound it. 3 seconds to go past half. Drews tips the ball. 30-footer, good if it goes. It doesn't. That's how we head to halftime. The Plainsmen trail the Eastern Wyoming Lady Lancers 40-25 at halftime. We'll talk with Plains men basketball coach Eddie Trinkle when we come back. You're listening to Northeastern Junior College basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at halftime, the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen trail Eastern Wyoming 40-26. Our halftime show on the Eastern Plains Sports Network is brought to you by Buckeye Welding Supply. You have questions, they have answers, and supplies too. Stop by and see what sets them apart in Sterling. We're joined by Plains men basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle. A little frustrating first half from a shot selection standpoint for the Plainsmen. 1 of 16 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we were talking about that before, you know, during the break. It just, basketball is so different nowadays, you know. I mean, it's just different the way kids want to play it. It's different the way coaches view it. It's different the way, you know, the fans love to watch it, right? I mean, it's such a high-powered, everybody shoot three-pointers, everybody come off high ball screens, you know, I mean, it's such a high-powered game now that it's just, you know, I mean, and Bronson's trying to adapt to that style, you know, and I mean, it's hard when you don't have players that are hitting shots. Like, you're not going to look very good. And, you know, I would assume maybe they'll calm down a little bit. I mean, I haven't seen them play. We've been on the road so long, and they've been on the road so long. You know, I haven't seen them play in so long. But, man, the last time I watched them, they played that Casper game here, and they shot the ball so well, you know. And I mean, it ended up being a great game. You know, and he came to me after that game and asked, hey, Coach, you know, like, what do you see? And I was like, well, like, the full court pressure, like, I don't mind it in college, but I think you got to mix it in, you know, and kind of seems like on the women's side, everybody presses.
Right.
I don't know if they're doing it to speed teams up, slow them down or what, but kind of seems like everybody presses, you know, and which leads to a lot of open shots at the basket, you know, and that's what bit him in that game was open layups. And in this game, I mean, you got to kind of take your hat off to Eastern Wyoming. They are shooting the lights out, you know, and I'm not sure that's who they are. Maybe they're just having a great night, but I like I said, it's such a high-powered game now. You know, you got to kind of, I mean, tweak and adapt the way you coach towards that, or you're not going to get the kind of players you want to be good enough to win.
Plainsmen have 4 scratch tonight. You have 3 scratch tonight. It's kind of a tough start to the year for you. I mean, you guys schedule tough like you do every single year, but Allen, Michael, Noah, all out. I mean, it's got to be tough to adapt to that, but I think you got to be proud for the guys that have been playing because you guys have been right in almost every single game this year. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, you know, I mean, some guys that we weren't expecting a lot of early, right? We were expecting more so out of it later in the year, are getting a chance to really shine, you know. I mean, because Zaya Williams is lighting it up right now. I mean, really, realistically, to be honest with you, Ben, he is not playing like a freshman. No. He is playing like a sophomore. You know, he struggles a little bit defensively, but he just struggles with the concept of the pressure side of it and stuff. But he's been doing an unbelievable job, you know. I mean, he's getting better every single game. I think the other night against El Trip, he had 18 and like 8 or something like that. You know, he didn't shoot the ball very well, but what he is doing is he's really attacking the hole. And when you attack the hole, you get a chance to go and shoot a lot of free throws. And he was 9 of 10 the other day, you know, from the foul line.
You guys as a team are 2-10. Injuries, tough schedule, part of that. But I think the thing that really impresses me,
come on,
you're 2-8. Sorry, me. Yeah, 2-8. Yeah, I have that switch over there. 7 of your 10 games though have been decided by 10 or fewer points. So your guys are really being given the opportunity to grow.
We've been honestly, and even the games that have been double digits, were not double digit games until the very end. You know, the Gillette game kind of got out of control, and honestly, like that was I think that was our 6th game in 10 days on the road. So we were pretty worn out. We drove, you know, I mean, I think in that 2-week span we had 4,300 miles on the bus. So, not to make excuses, but like those guys were really tired, you know. And then the next night to come out against LCCC and to be leading and to not to lose the lead until the very end, you know. And then we ended up getting beat by 9, but it wasn't 9, you know. I mean, we fouled a couple times, they hit free throws, and then we missed shots. So it's one of those deals, you know. Like I look at it, I'm super pleased with this group. You know, I was hoping we'd get a couple more wins in this grueling stretch of games, but we didn't. And so you got to kind of just take it for what it is. But, boy, I'll tell you what, you look at our offensive productivity, it's going way up. Our shot selection just is becoming much better. Our ability to attack the rim from every spot is really good. I think the biggest thing between me and you, what we have to do is get our bigs involved a little bit more. Our bigs they're slowly getting there, but like we need to have them more involved. And I said, if we can get some easy baskets that way, I think we'll be a lot better.
you guys get to do it at home. All that travel.
Oh.
Now, tonight.
4 straight.
Yeah, 4 straight. What the heck is this? I mean, that's got to be nice, right, to close Christmas knowing the kids got finals week next week, that you don't have to worry about any travel over the next 2 weeks.
No, we don't. The biggest thing we have to worry about is, like, so tonight, I know Eastern Wyoming is struggling a little bit like us, but they're going to be a tough opponent just because both of us have been on the road, both of us have been playing a lot of teams, and both of us haven't been winning much. So it's going to be kind of like who needs to win the most, tonight. And then we turn around and play Air Force Prep, who's always like one of the toughest teams you're ever going to play all year. And then we follow it up with number 6 ranked Salt Lake next week on Friday. And then LCCC, who just got beat yesterday in the last second by Salt Lake.
Yeah.
So, and just beat us by 8.
Right.
So at their place, but we get to follow it up with 4 awesome teams, and I'm so excited. I told our guys, I said, the hard part about coming here and playing for us is nobody wants to come here and play. And because they don't, we have to travel a lot. And we go, and we're not just going to go travel and play anybody. We're going to play the best teams we can. And, we've played, 5 top 25 teams now. So, it's okay. It's okay to take some of these losses. Coach Rumpf always brought that up to me. He's like, the only games that really matter are those last, for the longest, it was the last 6, right?
Right, yep.
Now it's your last, 14 or 12, whatever it is now. So, I feel like we could be right there, Ben. Like you and I talked, we just got to get some healthier guys. We got to get some guys. We got to buy into 40 minutes. We can't play 36. We've had a lot of 36-minute games this year, but we got to finish some games, and we just got to be more mature. And the last thing I would say is just all these. I mean, every kid we're playing mega minutes has not played.
Yeah.
So they're all learning on the fly and trying to do it, and it's been a good experience for us. Not the most happy experience, but it's been a good experience.
Good experience and the growth, and we'll see if it can't result in a win tonight. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks. And then the big thing is, like, let's hope, the girls, they just got to come out and relax a little bit and shoot.
Yeah.
I just think they're kind of forcing up some shots, trying to get it back in one play.
Yeah.
So if they can change that a little bit, get the ball moving. I mean, Eastern Wyoming, that's what they're doing well. They're moving the ball, so they're getting open shots.
Absolutely. Plains women have taken the court. That's Coach Eddie Trinkle for the men. They're coming up next. It's 40-27. For 40-26, NJC trails EWC. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we'll welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center as we head to half number 2. Northeastern Plainsmen trail the EWC Lady Lancers 40-26. Had an adjustment on the score at half. I had 25, but they did add one more point, getting it all tabulated out. Our second half brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Melinda Hutt has all your life, home, auto, farm, and ranch insurance needs. 970-526-0202. Big numbers from the first half, as we talked about with Plains men basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle. Plainsmen 1 of 16 from beyond the arc. NJC's 2 wins this year, they shot less than 23s. The remainder of their games, they shot more than 23s, and they lost all of them. So on pace, obviously not in that good look there. One positive, though, 10 offensive rebounds. Only 6 second chance points. So you've come up with 10 offensive rebounds, only converted 3 of them into points. That's not a good ratio. Eastern Wyoming now going right to left will have the ball to begin half number 2. And they'll be going right to left after shooting 9 of 17 from the floor in quarter number 2. 3 is up, 3 is good. My goodness, Aaliyah Tripp, who didn't score from the floor in the first half, knocks down the first 3 and matches the largest lead of the game on the opening possession of the third quarter, 43-26. Plainsmen led by Bella Peterson, who has the 11 points. She's near top of the key. Leahy to Drews in the far corner. Drews will work it back out up top for Leahy, who looks to drive off the left wing. Muscling down into the lane, going all the way to the hoop and drew the contact. That's the kind of basketball I like. That's the kind of basketball you're going to see Coach Eddie Trinkle play tonight with the Plains men. And one of the big stats, 3 different players with 2 fouls now. Giza Paredes, who was just tagged with her 3rd foul, has 3. Leahy knocks in their first. The Plainsmen just need to attack, put themselves in position to succeed. Abby gets both free throws to go. She's 4 of 6 from the line, 6 points in the game, and the shot clock did not start. If you're headed home after whatever Tuesday night shenanigans you got going on, thinking, how am I going to feed the family? Come on down to the Beef Boosters hamburger feed here at NJC. Still going on right now. We'll get ourselves a little burger in our belly in this third quarter. Leahy comes down with the rebound on the miss from Giza Paredes. Quick run up the floor for the Plainsmen out in front. Peterson wasn't picked up. She flies to the rack and lays it up and in. 13 points now for her in the contest. Plainsmen within 13. Nearly another steal. EWC running in transition off that steal, nearly coughed it up. Open near side, Aaliyah Tripp knocks it down. Tripp led the Lancers in scoring in the first meeting between these two teams with 14 points. Those are her first 2 made shots of the ball game. Plainsmen trying to run it into the front court, and Megan Drews bounces it off her leg. She's going to let it roll into the back court before she touches it. So that's a Plainsman turnover. 9th turnover of the game for a team that's averaging 17. Plainsman down 45-30. Top of the key, Vuksevich. Drives in, kicks it out to Paredes near side. Enter on the clear to Vuksevich. Off onto the far side for Acuna. Acuna shovels it around with 10 on the shot clock near side to Vuksevich. She into the lane, is fouled on the drive off the left wing. It'll be on Daniela Garcia-Gasco. First foul on the second half on the Plainsmen, and Megan Drews will exit. Xenia Thorman on for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen lost. DeVoy on the inbound pass. She lays it up and in, 47-30, back out to a 17-point game. Peterson runs the floor in the lane, muscles it up, doesn't go, gets her own rebound, whips it out to Thorman. Xenia from 3, rolls over the rim, will not go in. Offensive rebound down by Beck. First putback doesn't go, second does. So the Plainsmen continuing their success on the offensive glass. They're back within 15, 47-32. Open three near side. DeVoy rips rim, doesn't go in, and Bella Peterson down with the rebound for NJC. Quick run into the front court. Leahy with it far side. Scooper off the window, doesn't go. Rebound out. Last touched by Garcia Gasco, who doesn't believe she was the last touch. Ariadna Martinez comes in for Eastern Wyoming, replacing Vuksevich, the leading scorer on the night for the Lancers. Aaliyah Tripp on the left wing. Entry pass into DeVoy. Shot up, no good. Leahy comes down with her 5th rebound of the contest. She's trapped in the backcourt. Garcia Gasco and Leahy will sling it past half. Carly back on the left wing. So work it around. Entry pass for Peterson. Gets her pocket pick. Give the steal to Paredes, who will tip it out in front, then get it back. Fly to the rack, draw the foul, and head to the free throw line. For an EWC team averaging 13 steals, that's just their 2nd steal of the game. Foul on Thurman. His first free throw for Paredes does not go. Lancers, just their 6th free throw attempted in the game. They knock it in. They're 4 of 6. NJC is 6 of 10. 48-32, 6:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. Garcia Gasco outside the arc trying to give it to Peterson, and she fumbles it away. Quick run up the floor for EWC. Thorman back. Got in the way defensively. First shot doesn't go. Second does for Ariadna Martinez. Plainsmen down 18, largest deficit of the game. Quick up the floor come the Plainsmen. Beck, little floater off the left wing as she attacked the rack. She drew the foul and will head to the free throw line. DeVoy with her second foul, this evening. I like the offensive mindset in the second half for NJC. Yeah, they've coughed the ball up a couple times. Would like them to hang on to the ball better. But they're going to the hoop. They're drawing fouls. They're getting to the line. Got to slow this one down. Carly Beck makes 1 and 2 free throws. Paredes comes down with the board for EWC. Quick run up the floor. Carly Beck jumping on a basketball, getting it out of the hands of Tripp, but Tripp saves it up. Off to Acuna. Free throw line jumper up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Martinez. Nearly thrown away, but saved. Far side, Acuna looking to drive in, and Thorman whistled for her 2nd foul of the game. Both in this 3rd quarter. 5:36 to go. NJC down 50-33. Acuna, top of the key. Looking to drop it on a drive. Didn't have it. Goes corner and then block. Far side of the lane. 2 up and good for Ariadna Martinez. Nice entry pass. Lead is now 19. Largest of the game for EWC. Plainsmen in transition. Knock it down. That's Daniela Garcia Gasco now with 8. A good quick move up the floor for the Plainsmen. EWC looking to whip it in, and the ball goes 5-hole on the intended target, Tripp, and Abby Leahy comes up with the easy pickup. Next dead ball will send us to the media timeout. Thorman with it far side for the Plainsmen. Entry pass to Garcia Gasco. Kicks it off to Peterson. From downtown, it rolls rim and doesn't go in. Tripp comes down with the rebound. That was a nice look in that offensive set. Plainsmen sloppy defensively. Garcia Gasco whistled for the foul on the drive, and that'll send us to the media timeout. Plainsmen down 52-35. 4:29 to go in the 3rd. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainswomen trail 52-35, 4:29 to go in quarter number 3 as we welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Our coverage made possible by Kuntz Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute for all your irrigation, well, and watering problems. Get maintenance done, 970-522-2035. Eastern Wyoming has not shot the same clip in the third quarter they did in the second, better than 50%, but they've come up with 3 offensive rebounds. Problematic. And now NJC has Xenia Thorman with her 3rd foul all in this quarter, and that is the 5th foul whistled on the Plainswomen. So free throws for every foul the rest of the way in the 3rd frame for EWC. First free throw is up and good for Aaliyah Tripp, who has 10 now in the game. Make it 11 as she buries both. 54-35, Plainswomen down 19. Near side's 3, Thorman pedaled the feet. Wilma Flintstone on that travel right there. Glad to get the car going before she put the ball on the floor. Plainswomen gave up a 10-0 run in the first quarter and have never recovered. Lila Dahl will walk it into the front court for the Lady Lancers. Cigar came in on the media timeout. She launches a long 2 that doesn't go in. It's not really been an opportunity for NJC to sustain any sort of run right now in this game. They've struggled either with shot selection or hanging on to the basketball. Leahy feeds it to Hannah Zink, right side of the lane, and Zink right to the rack, lays it up and in. So Leahy with the assisted bucket. Plainswomen back within 17 and trying to run in transition. Rhea Cigar got herself a little going too quick, and Wilma Flintstone traveled. Get that giveaway. Now you can get the stop if you're NJC. Leahy pops it. It will not drop everything but the bottom of the net on that long-range shot. Hannah Zink then comes up with a steal. Tie-up on the floor on the loose ball. So the steal not completed as she tipped the ball out of Ariana Martinez's hands. So it will be EWC basketball. No, it will be NJC basketball. The steal was completed on the held ball because EWC began with the ball in half 2. The arrow did never get changed. Leahy off the left wing. Looking to drop it in the far corner. Out up top, she'll go for Carly Beck. Fires one in the vicinity of the hoop. The long rebound on the near side is chased down, and a timeout for EWC as Cigar got the rebound and was trapped amongst 3 Plainswomen. So we will take that timeout. It is the floating second half media timeout that turns into a full, but we will keep it here because it gives us an opportunity to invite you to come out Thursday here to the Bank of Colorado Event Center for wrestling action. The Northeastern Plainsman Wrestling Program will be welcoming in Trinidad State, and in front of that, Sterling High School Wrestling. Both the boys and girls teams will be welcoming in Smoky Hill, so a chance for 3 duels, 1 location on Thursday. We'll have coverage just of the NJC one here on 94.5 The Ranch, but we'll give you a little social media love for the Sterling Tiger Wrestling programs and their first duel of the 2024-25 season. Make sure to follow along with us on social media at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook and Instagram, at Eastern Plains SN on X. I'm excited to see that. I talked with head coach Colby Duncan today. You can hear that interview on our intermission coming up in between the women's and men's games. And you will also be able to hear the interview as a part of our podcast Inside Northeastern tomorrow on Spotify with the Eastern Plains Sports Network. So plenty of ways to check that out. Some really great wrestlers on the Northeastern team this year. Colby's obviously a really great guy as well. One I covered as an athlete, and now he's molding the next generation of wrestler here in Northeast Colorado. Out of the timeout, EWC will look to run it in the face of NJC's pressure. I like the defensive effort that NJC's putting out here in this second half. Much cleaner on the defensive side. Bella Peterson whistled for the foul. She got turned around on the drive attempt. It's the 6th foul of the quarter, so 2 free throws for EWC. Vuksevich, leading scorer in the game with 17 for EWC to the line. She's been held without a shot in this second half. Knocks in the first and working for the second. EWC was 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. They're now 5 of 6 in the third quarter with 2:54 to go. Down 56-37. Bella Peterson running the floor. She's trying to do it all herself. We get a held ball on the floor. Arrow goes to EWC. Look, I understand everybody else's shots aren't dropping, but you've got to stay within the offense if you're Bella. She had such a great first quarter. 9 of her 13 points came in that quarter because she was trusting the offensive system, and now that everybody else is struggling tonight, she's trying to do too much on her own. Buliotis, open 3 near side, knocks it down. She's to double figures. Third Lady Lancer there, and the lead is 22 at 59-37. Peterson hucks up a 3, bangs it off the back iron, doesn't go. Long rebound, Cigar comes away with it and then bounces it out of bounds, trying to give it off to Lillidahl. Plains women basketball goes on the road next week to wrap up the pre-Christmas schedule. They head to Hobbs, New Mexico for games on Friday and Saturday at New Mexico Junior College. Final home game prior to break for the Plains women as Leahy on the left corner looks to drive, tripled on the baseline, finds the open player in Garcia Gasco. 15-footer doesn't go, and Lillidahl chases down the rebound. Under 2 to go, third quarter. 2 up, no good. Offensive rebound down for the Lancers and Ariadna Martinez. They'll back and reset. Lillidahl entry pass in. Martinez 2 up, no good. Rebound down by Hannah Zink, doing the hard work for her 4th of the game, and draws the foul. The second foul on Ariadna Martinez. (59-37) EWC. 100 seconds to go in the third. Lancers have scored 19. NJC has scored 11. As Peterson misses the 3, long rebound is pulled down by Buliotis. Plainswomen in transition will pick the pocket, though. Nice work there by Bella Peterson. Far side, Leahy launches a 3, rolls over the rim, won't go. Garcia Gasco comes down with the rebound. She'll attack, drop, far side, Hannah Zink knocks it down. Nice job by Garcia Gasco on that offensive rebound to draw the offense or defense to her, get Hannah open. The sophomore from Loveland gets NJC within 20. High post, pass to Buliotis. Shot up, that was Vuksevich, her first shot of the second half. Buliotis was low block, far side. 139. Thorman will run the floor. Xenia draws contact. Do they give her continuation? I don't think they did. Lillidahl is tagged with the foul, saying it was on the floor. 4th team foul. Thorman off to Peterson, who flies in the lane, and we end up with a scrum on the floor. Now, did Thorman have possession of the basketball when she rolled? She was fouled, I think. She's headed to the line like she's shooting free throws. Foul is on Cigar. And 2 free throws for Peterson. So she must have been helped to the floor was the call. First free throws up and good for Bella Peterson. Numbers in total look good. She's really struggled since the first quarter, though, offensively. Just 2 of her last 9 from the floor. Makes 1 and 2 there, 61-40. She nearly comes up with another steal as Vukcevic comes away with the rebound, and then she jumped the passing lane, did Bella Peterson. 5-second differential, shot clock, game clock in this third quarter. Past half will come Cigar. Peterson fights over the screen to prevent the 3. Give off, tip, near side, and a steal by Leahy. Good tip by Bella Peterson. Plainsmen take it back. 9 seconds to go in the third. Leahy looking to run. She get fouled? She bounced the ball off what looked to be her foot. It ended up on the floor, and in the dive for the basketball, the Eastern player in Lillidahl undercut Leahy, so she'll head to the free throw line. Lillidahl, the sophomore from Cheyenne, getting clarification as to what exactly she did as Abby Leahy misses the first free throw. Knocks in the second, so NJC down 61-41. Past half come the Lancers, 26-footer, bangs but doesn't go. That's how we end the third. Plainsmen down 20 as we head to the fourth. You're listening to Northeastern Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, Plainsmen down 61-41 as we head to the fourth, brought to you by Premier Prime Credit for over 100 years, providing reliable and affordable credit to our area agricultural community. Visit premieraca.com. Plainsmen much better shot selection, but because of the poor shot selection in the first half, there's really not a lot of consistency offensively for the team right now. They'll see if they can't build something in this fourth quarter. Megan Drews on the inside out, puts up a 3, no good. Offensive rebound down by Bella Peterson. She'll back it out into the far corner and hand it off to Drews. Toss it out to Leahy. Volleyball 10-foot line. Abby drives in, fires it in the vicinity of the hoop. Garcia Gasco down with the rebound, put back up and in. Daniela Garcia Gasco, second Plainsman into double figures. 2 offensive rebounds on the possession for the Plainsmen. And then a steal by Bella Peterson as Lillidahl ran right into her. Far side 3 up off the top of the backboard from Megan Drews. An easy rebound down by Vuliotis. Vuliotis trying to run the floor. Peterson tips it out of bounds. 9:08 to go. If you're NJC, this is less about finding the win right now because it's virtually impossible to overcome this big of a deficit with this time left, and more about doing the right things in this, and maybe you can get yourself close enough that then you do have a shot in the final 2 minutes. But don't focus on the 20-point deficit you faced. Get the rebounds like Beck did there as Tripp misses a 3. Carly's 6th rebound of the game. She'll find Leahy running up the floor. Peterson on the far side. Plainsman leading scorer this evening with 14. Abby Leahy pull back, pops a three. It rolls and will not drop. The rebound is contained for Eastern Wyoming by Paredes, but then Paredes trying to push the pace too quick, just with some small ball pressure in the backcourt, throws it away. 8:37 to go, fourth quarter. NJC down 61-43. Toss in, and Megan Drews will have it on the near side. Drews to Peterson in the lane. Peterson backing her defender down, back to her right, muscles it over the rim and gets it to go in. Bella Peterson, 16 now in the game. Plainsman down by 16, 61-45. 8:15 to go, top of the key, WC drive into the lane. Attack in the rack, Buliotis will earn a trip to the free throw line. That's the second foul on Megan Drews, first foul of the fourth quarter on the Plainsmen. You saw Peterson do it. You saw Garcia Gasco do it. When you get an offensive rebound, go back up. NJC has a habit. You get the offensive rebound. If you're within 6, go right back up. Maybe you draw the foul. I mean, there are a lot of different things you can do instead of, let's back it out into the far corner. Maybe huck a ball in the vicinity of the hoop or whatever the case may be. Muscle it back up. 1 of 2 free throws goes. Second one was missed. Rebound, Buliotis out of bounds off the Plainsman. Down in the lane, little teardrop up and in. That's a three-point play as Yaisa Paredes knocks you down and leads back up to 19 for Eastern Wyoming. Carly Beck will run the floor for the Plainsmen. Top of the key, pops a three, off the mark, no good. Peterson chased down the offensive rebound near corner. She was the only one in position for a potential rebound. Drews finds Garcia Gasco, who was being fronted defensively, flops it into her, drops it through, and then the Plainsman trying to hound defensively, tagged with a foul as Eastern Wyoming runs it back up the floor. Great pass from Megan Drews there. Not very often you see teams front Daniela Garcia Gasco, but they tried it there with Paredes. Bet they don't do it again. 7:39 to go, fourth quarter. Inbound off the end line. Tossed in to the just entered in Leamsi Acuna. Acuna, high block, kick near corner for Buliotis. Pops it and drops it. Buliotis with, I think it's 14 now in the game. 67-47, Plainsman trail. Garcia Gasco, left side of the lane, draws contact, fights through the contact, and one. Lucy DuBois whistled with her third foul of the game. That's 6 points in this fourth quarter for Daniela Garcia Gasco. Finally getting herself going, and it's a Plainsman timeout with 7:17 to go. Northeastern Junior College is down by 18. We'll take it with them. It's a full timeout. See if the Plainsmen can't come back. Down 67-49 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainsmen within 18 as we welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Events Center. 67-49, they trail Eastern Wyoming. Northeastern Plainsmen have only won 4 times against Eastern Wyoming over the last 10 seasons. A lot of them have been close games, though. The and one free throw for Garcia Gasco does not go, so couldn't convert the three-point play. A lot of them have been close throughout, like the game was in the first meeting this year. Eastern Wyoming's had a lot of control in this one. A three up and no good. They're settling for some shots right now when they don't need to. Plainsmen need to take advantage of it. Bella Peterson, the leading scorer, with 16 tonight. She'll feed to a cutter. Carly back right to the rack and lay it up and in. Because Bella's been so good offensively, the defender went with her. Beck was able to slip behind and find the spot. Plainsmen within 16, 67-51. Little drive in the lane. Shot forced off the iron. No good. Acuna felt she was fouled. Rebound down. Beck will run the floor for the Plainsmen. In transition, she goes right to the hoop. She lays it up and in. Plainsmen all of a sudden down just 14, 67-53 on a little 6-0 run. Far side two, run will in. Nice turn back for Buliotis as she knocks it down. 16 points for her. 1 of 3 Lancers in double figures. Leahy for the Plainsmen near the top of the key. Dribbles across the screen from Garcia Gasco. Out to Peterson off the screen. Garcia Gasco drives. Kick near corner. Drews from downtown. Won't drop it. Carly Beck chases down the rebound, but Leahy'd already broken back into the backcourt to play defense in transition, and the pass went to her. That is a backcourt violation. Megan Drews, I believe, is taking a seat. Or is Bella Peterson sitting? Bella Peterson is sitting, but not for Thorman, who came in. Hannah Zink came on. There's blood on the hand or the lip of Bella Peterson. So the Plainsmen's leading scorer has to sit with 5:51 to go, down 69-53. Leamsi Acuna. She'll shovel it across the top to DeVoy, back to Acuna on the left wing. She uses a screen from DeVoy, steps around. There's nobody posting up for Eastern Wyoming. That's where they've had their success tonight. Driving into that vacated space, DeVoy goes into the lane and knocks it up and in. The lead's back up to 18. Leahy running the floor. She'll flip it across to Garcia Gasco. Drops it down underneath the hoop, and Hannah Zink misses it from point-blank range. I don't even think she knew she was going to be that wide open. In transition, we get a foul after the rebound. DeVoy is fouled. Leahy will have the second foul of the ball game. 2 free throws for Lucy DeVoy. Freshman from Ireland for Eastern Wyoming. Very international roster for the EWC Lancers and Coach Tim Larson. Couple from England, Ireland, couple from Spain, Montenegro. DeVoy. Second free throw goes in. She has 8. She'll sit. Replaced by Vuksevich. Vuksevich with 21, the leading scorer in the game for Eastern Wyoming. Bella Peterson back on the bench for NJC. She got herself cleaned up from the blood that forced her to exit. Xenia Thorman near side, tries to feed it into the lane, too far, intended for Garcia Gasco. Leahy back in transition, but she gets beat off the bounce by Aaliyah Tripp, and she has double figures, the 4th Lancer into double figures. I believe that's now 11 for her. Far side drive for the Plainsmen. Carly Beck, a little floater up and in. Beck's getting hot in this 4th quarter. 6 of her 9. 75-55, and a blocking foul on Beck on NJC. That's her second foul. Team's 4th. Bella Peterson comes back in for Xenia Thorman. So the point guard now either Peterson or Beck, not traditional point guards for NJC. Drive into the lane, 2-on-1. Plainsmen didn't get back defensively. A shot missed by DeVoy. Rebound goes out off of DeVoy. And now Megan Drews will come back in, replacing Hannah Zink. So There is a true point guard back on the floor for the Plainsmen. 4:29 to go. We already hit the media timeout, so I'll be run into the front court by Leahy for the Plainsmen. Carly back far side. Spins off the left wing. Drive in the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound down by Garcia Gasco. She can't get the putback to go. Foul is on Carly Beck, and that is the 15th foul. So with 4:07 to go, we'll have free throws the rest of the way for EWC. Number that is exciting to see for NJC, 19 offensive rebounds in the game. Number that is not exciting to see, 10 second chance points. 5 of the 19 offensive rebounds have been converted into points. That means you've had a second look and missed 14 times. Sometimes it's just not your night, but it just seems like not your night has been across the board this evening. Neither free throw goes for DeVoy. Garcia Gasco down with her 9th rebound of the game for the Plainsmen. On Plainsman Penny logo, far side, Megan Drews. Inside to Garcia Gasco, rejected back out to Drews. Around near side for Beck. Carly will drive. She'll drop it into the corner for Megan Drews. 8 on the shot clock. Spin cycle in the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Great move, everything but the finish. Rebound on the baseball pass up the floor, but too far for Yeza Paredes. Needed some go-go gadget arms to chase that one down. That was way out in front. Score remains 75-55 EWC with 3:35 to go. Advanced Agri Solutions wants you to know that Channel Seed now qualifies for rewards through Bayer Plus. 970-571-2024. Bella Peterson baseline drive. Ball kicked out of bounds by the EWC Lady Lancers. You're going to suffer the loss in this game if you're NJC. Get it down to 12 by the end of the game. Win this last 3.5 by 8 points. Leahy feeds baseline. Garcia Gasco slips it off to Drews. Tic-tac-toe around. Leahy from 3. It's off and no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Vuksevich, who's been the best offensive weapon for the Lancers, most of it in the first half, though. 21 points. She had 14 at halftime. Garcia Gasco with this steal. That's another positive number for NJC as Vuksevich gets her pocket picked. It's the 9th steal in the game for the Plainsmen. Megan Drews went down hard as she was driving the floor, coughed the ball up, and that's not good for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Drews missed a good portion of last season to an ankle injury. I believe it was that same ankle that she injured prior to Christmas break. It was late February before she got back into action. She just went down in a heap. She was bringing that up, and they are working on that ankle for her. Plainsmen have emptied their bench down 75-55 with 2:38 to go. There will be free throws for EWC. Xenia Thorman will come into the game, as will Anissa Turner and Hannah Zink, all of whom have seen action. For the first time tonight, we will see Ashlyn Godfrey, who was the goalkeeper during soccer for the Plainsmen, and Aaliyah Nelson, the freshman from Prairie High School in New Raymer. EWC will get Ariadna Martinez, and we'll see Casey Parks for the first time in the game. EWC runs a deep roster. 9 players that they trot out there on a regular basis. NJC, obviously, with the injuries that have them short as well, and have not had that same depth. The foul was deemed intentional. I think it was to try and stop play with the injured player behind it. So Acuna knocks down both. And then 2 more free throws for Aaliyah Tripp. And the basketball, so it had to have been a technical foul post whistle. Both free throws go in for EWC, who now leads by 24, 79-55, 2:38 to go. 10-0 run in the first quarter, and NJC just never recovered. And that's kind of what has got them a couple times this year. You get down early, you start settling for stuff that isn't within your offense. Taking poor shots, 1 of 16 from beyond the arc in the first half. That's going to doom you to defeat most nights. I've seen some flashes, though. Open 3 for Lillidahl, far side. She knocks it down. Leads now 27 at 82-55. This is the biggest blowout in this series in a long time. Plainsman cough it up. Seeger knocks it down. 2 minutes to go. It's 84-55. God, I've been the voice of NJC for 16 years. I can't remember the last time this game was more than 20, let alone dang near 30. I know all the way back to 2016, which was on the prep sheet that we put together for this one. There hasn't been a game that has been a bigger spread than 15 points. Anissa Turner drives left side of the lane. She puts a 2 up and in. The freshman from Commerce City rattles in her first of the game. Plainsman down 84-57. Scrum on the floor. Arrow will go to NJC. Bella Peterson had a heck of a night tonight. 16 points, 3 steals, 4 rebounds. Daniela Garcia, great second half for the Plainsmen. 14 points, 9 rebounds in total this evening. It's the pass intended for Hannah Zink, but I was most impressed with Carly Beck tonight. I don't know who the team's going to name as their DDC Plainsman of the contest, but my player of the game, brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants since 2003. Big firm product, small firm relationship, westerneci.com for more. My player of the game goes to Carly Beck. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. Took a couple great defensive positions for the Northeastern Plainsmen as Anissa Turner comes up with the team's 10th steal of the game. Under a minute to go. Open near side. Nelson drives in. She'll shovel to Zink, and then Thorman, top of the key, pops it and drops it. Xenia Thorman knocks down the 3. That is just the second 3 made in the game. The team is 2 of 27 from beyond the arc tonight. Down 84-60 is NJC. They'll fall to 2-11 on the season. Runner up and in. They give it the hoop and the harm. Lillidahl knocked it down. They did give her the hoop and the harm. Foul on Ashlyn Godfrey. The series between NJC and EWC is always close. Here, there, doesn't matter where. Everything that could be off tonight for NJC was, and they're down 87-60, shot clock off with 15 seconds left. Nelson drives baseline, her pass picked off. EWC will just dribble it out and finish this one off. Plainsmen drop their 11th game of the season. A way off night from downtown, 87-60 the final score. They got a couple more prior to Christmas break to try and right the ship as we head into 2025. Plains women fall